Hi, friends. I was live for like a full 5 seconds with just a black screen because I forgot to add my camera. Hey, y'all ever go live on Facebook and realize you haven't even touched your hair this morning? Look at all those flyaways. Oh my. That's how you know you're really, really comfortable. Good morning. Happy Thursday. It is our normal Thursday morning live Q&A. And I got a really great question from Tamina this morning. Or no, not from Tamina. I'm sorry. Tamisha. Your guys' names are really close. That's super hard for me. Let me pull up the little chatty poo. And in case y'all were wondering, we have officially cooled back down here in the Pacific Northwest. Yay! It's overcast. It's sprinkling a little bit. It's supposed to be 77 today. Feeling more like normal. Hi, good morning, Paulette. How are you? What's up, Thug? All right, there we are. There I am. All right. Here I am. Okay, let me add in. Oh, well, thank you. She said, congrats on surviving the big, great melt. It really was. Man, that was hot. My pool water is like bath water, though. It feels great. Which never happens. Like, we have to have heaters. Okay. Was it hot down there, Paulette? Paulette's in Southern California. Was it hot there? It was just unbelievable here. Before we get started, today is the last day to get in on the exclusive beta round of Blog Post Rocket Boost. Join me. We're going to write 30 blog posts. We're going to increase your blog writing skills. We're going to make you stand out from your competition. We're going to do all the things. I'm super excited. I can't wait to get going. I am I'm building the course tomorrow. I am so stoked. I can't wait. I'm like, Kel, you got to wait till doors close. Like, focus, Thorson, focus. And it's been really hard because I'm super excited. Okay. Now that we've covered that, not nearly as hot as where we were stayed under 90. Yeah, 115 here was that's unheard of. Yeah, Paulette says, I love course building. I know, it's fun, and I'm really excited. So let's see what Tamisha said. She said, I feel like I'm trying to say the same thing as so many other people. My niche is very saturated. That in and of itself makes me second guess myself immediately. I so feel this. I used to get in my head about this a lot too. And I think it's really doable with really any niche, but yes, especially super saturated niches, because there are a whole bunch of people out there kind of saying the same thing. One is that there is a certain amount of topics you should cover on any given niche, right? And two is there's a lot of niche sites out there. Not that there is anything wrong with this, okay? But there is a lot of niche sites out there that have not actually done their niche, right? So let's say you started a niche site about, what's a good example? About cat grooming. And you plan to market it through affiliate links, but you've never been a cat groomer, right? And so you are assembling information from the internet or various sources, and then you are repackaging that. You're writing your own blog post and presenting that to your audience. So there's a lot of niche sites out there like that. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing as long as they are producing high quality content and truly helping their audience, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But it does add to the amount of saturation in niches, right? That you don't necessarily need to have firsthand experience in the niche to go into it as a blogger. So your opportunity to stand out, all of our opportunity to stand out, is if you have firsthand experience in your niche, you should be sharing your firsthand experience every single blog post. That does not mean you have to write your life's biography every single blog post. But so Tamisha, she writes about curly hair. So, and she's passionate about it. Every time you talk about this, girl, you are passionate about it. Okay, so I asked some follow-up questions. She said, I am a cosmetologist wanting to teach curlies. I love that name. My hair is actually curly. It's like big curly. And then when I was little, it was pretty small curly. How to care for their hair so they can have a better relationship with it. I also want to encourage them to embrace their natural curls. Girl, yeah, Paulette's got curly hair. She needs help. Well, I'm not saying that. She's saying that. She says I need help. I'm not saying you need help, Paulette. Yeah, so I can already tell you have a passion for this, right? Better relationship with it. Encourage them to embrace their natural curls. These are all differentiators for you. These things are going to set you apart from the other people who either do not have firsthand experience with curls, right? Or do have firsthand experience with it, but maybe they're not coming at it from that point of view, right? They're not coming at it from the relationship building part or the embracing your natural curls part, right? They're not coming at it from the, I'm going to help you love your natural self point of view. So that is a place for you to stand out. And then also that firsthand experience that you have, because I can see you have curly hair, and you could be writing about anything within your curly hair niche and just throw out there how you, as a person, as a curly, I love that name. That's so cute. How you, as a curly, relate to this topic, right? So maybe you are writing a blog post, top 10 brushes for curly hair, right? And just throwing out there, hey, this one is my personal favorite for XYZ reasons. That makes you stand out from the other people online who are just gathering the information and don't have firsthand experience with it and then presenting it to their audience. You are doing that and you have your own story to tell. You are a fellow curly, you are there with them, and you can speak to their particular issues that you deal with too, right? Because of that firsthand experience. That is your opportunity to stand out. I totally understand what you're saying about how it makes you get in your head. So it makes you second guess yourself immediately because your niche is super saturated. I so get that. My niche, blog writing, is not super saturated. I think there are 2 or 3 other people out there really hitting the blog writing niche hard, but the blogging about blogging niche, that is super, super saturated. And it is really easy to look at all of these awesome websites out there about blogging and be like, who am I to talk about this? Who am I to say crap about this, right? It's really easy for that to happen. And I want you to challenge those troll thoughts. Oh, Amy's here. Amy says, it's so fun jumping on live right into this curly hair combo. Yeah. Anything goes on Thursday morning lives with Kelly. Challenge those troll thoughts, right? First of all, nobody is you. All of you. Nobody has your experience, your life, your voice, your thoughts, your feelings. You have a way of presenting information to your audience that nobody else has because it's coming from you. And so does the person next to you and the person next to you. They all have their own way, right? Being yourself is your superpower. It's just so easy to get caught up in this, right? And also, are you comparing your beginning to somebody else's middle, right? So we're looking at our competition and their websites are fantastic. Their research is on point. Their blog posts are super polished and pretty. And we're like, man, look at them. They got their shit together. Who am I to enter this space? Right? Well, it might be your beginning and it might even be their like well past middle. Yeah. Hi, Lindsay. Good morning. Lindsay says, I'm the same with my niche. The troll thoughts need to go. Heck yeah. I totally get it. I mean, part of it is intimidation, right? It is intimidating to step into this niche. And I think that blogging puts us in this weird situation where we, as like a total newbie, because the barrier to entry is so low, right? The barrier to entry into the blogging world is like $50. Right? We secure a domain and we pay for a month of hosting, and then we're kind of in, right? Maybe you pay for a month of Canva Pro, $12. And then, unlike so many other professions, we can be these tiny, tiny little guppies stepping into a huge ocean of whales, being like, I'm here. Unlike, I don't know, say a regular 9-to-5 job where, let's say you're in a mid-sized corporation and you come in as a tiny guppy. A lot of the times you're not even exposed to the big whales. They're off doing their own thing and you're in with your other little guppies and you feel good. You're like, hey, I'm kind of a badass guppy. Compared to this guppy over here, I'm the shit. It's blogging. You know what? Blogging and being an entrepreneur will make you tough as nails because we are dealing with and addressing this stuff every single day. We are challenging ourselves to up level every single day. And you're out here trying to help people, right? You're out here trying to help people. So if you feel like you're second guessing yourself because your niche is so saturated and maybe somebody is already doing a really, really, really good job, you're only adding to that conversation, right? You're not taking away from it. And you're adding your voice and your experience. There are people out there who need to hear what you have to say and they need to hear it from you. I think I was just talking about this yesterday. Was I? I think I was on the training I did yesterday afternoon. You know how you can be taught the same thing by one person and you can't hear it because their teaching style doesn't resonate with you, but then you find somebody who says the same exact thing and all of a sudden all of the light bulbs are going off and you have this huge transformation? You could be that transformation for somebody just because of the way you naturally say things and teach. There are just some people that the way they speak and the way they teach things resonates with us. That doesn't make the other people wrong. It's just a different learning style or personality, whatever it is. There are people out there that need to learn from you, right? That your teaching style and your personality is going to resonate with them. Even though you might be saying something super similar, right? Because let's say it's just a topic that is generally talked about within your niche, right? Like, it's kind of like, how many of you have read How to Start a Blog posts? I've read 50,000 of them. How many of you have read them? And how many of you read 10 of them before you found one that really made sense to you and lit you up inside and got you started? That is what happened to me. I knew that I thought maybe I would create a YouTube channel or something. I don't know. I knew that I wanted to do something online, but I didn't understand how bloggers made money. I didn't understand how to make it happen. I didn't understand the first steps. I had read all these articles on starting a blog post, and finally I read one blog post written by somebody whose vernacular spoke to me. It cut through all the Kelly brain fog, right? And they swore. That's probably, you know what? That blog post had swearing in it. That's probably what did it. And all of a sudden, a million light bulbs went off. If that author had decided not to write that blog post because the blog post, How to Start a Blog, had been written a million times and is still continuing to be written a million times, I probably never would have started my blog, right? Or it would have been delayed tremendously until I found some piece of information that my brain was able to digest, right? What if that is your article for somebody? And what about your mission, right? So your mission here, every time you talk about this, you are super passionate, right? You teach curlies how to care for their hair so they can have a better relationship with it. I also want them to embrace their natural curls, right? What about your mission? Your mission is greater than your fear. Doesn't mean the fear's not there. I totally get it. But your mission's greater than that. Lindsay says, do you have any tips about doing video content and how the F to build up your confidence to put yourself on camera? I'm British, so kind of reserved at first. Are British people reserved? I don't know. Actually, I had a British roommate. He was kind of reserved. But my blog is sweary and very open. I love it. It's sweary. Honest and blunt. I want that confidence to come across on video, but I feel like such an idiot. Girl, I did too. All of my very first videos, I've deleted very, very few videos from this group. Usually the only ones I deleted had some like massive technical glitch in the middle of it or something, and I redid them later. If you go to, here, I'll show you. I think this looks a little bit different on mobile, but it's kind of the same idea. So here we are in the Badass Bloggers Facebook group. Go to media, videos, and scroll we're going to have to zoom out for this. Scroll all the way down. Holy cow, Berts. I can tell I'm getting older, or I'm getting younger, I guess. Getting younger. Okay, so these are my beginning videos. And just watch one of these beginning videos and compare it to my now. So different. And at this point, I had done a little bit of video elsewhere, but these were really my first lives. Go back and look at those, and you'll feel better. Girl, I was awkward. I was not myself. I remember my mom watched one of them, and she was like, you kind of seem like you just need to relax a little bit. Like, good tip, Mom. Why don't you just chill out? It really, I mean, I wish I had a magic bullet for you, like a hot tip on becoming more confident on camera, but 95% of it is showing up and doing it on a regular basis. Like I said at the beginning of this live, you weren't here when I said this, but ever get on a live and realize that you haven't even done anything to your hair this morning? Okay, when I first started doing video, I used to put on nice clothes, which I am a t-shirt type kind of girl. I used to put on nice clothes. I used to put on makeup that I do not wear. I don't wear makeup. I used to do my hair. I think that added to me feeling like kind of stuffy and not myself. And now here I am. Look at me now. Picture perfection. I just roll on here. I haven't even touched my hair this morning. It's just, I'm not telling you to not do your hair. Do your hair if it makes you feel good. Do your makeup if it makes you feel good. Dressed up if it makes you feel good. But the thing is, that didn't make me feel good. That's what I thought I had to be to go on camera. And it's not true. So, the point is, where was I going with this? I really do think the confidence on camera comes from showing up and doing it over and over and over and over, kind of like blog writing. Confidence in blog writing, right? Let's see. I'm sorry. There's lots of comments. I'm trying to. Oh, you love how blunt I am. Thank you. I can't turn it off, so that's good. Amy says, just be yourself and practice. I think the majority of us hate our videos. Yes, actually something that helped me a lot. So right now I can see my face and that's fine. But something that helped me a lot was making it so I could not see my face at first. So I can see my face on the screen in front of me. I can flip it to something else, a different screen, and you guys will not be able to see that unless I grant it permission, right? So you do not have to look at your face while you are videoing yourself. And that helped me a lot because what I was doing the whole time is going, oh, my hair's a mess. My glasses look funny. My glasses, the sitting crooked glasses always got me. I had a pair of glasses that didn't quite sit right. And so I'd be focusing on that instead of the really, really good lives. This is what I've realized. When I get off of a live stream and I'm like, nailed it, are when I get into the flow, kind of like your flow state when you get into a writing flow state. And I'm not thinking about what to say. I am just genuinely having a conversation with y'all about whatever the topic is, right? And it's just flowing out of me. Those are like the really magical lit up lives. And that can't happen if I'm constantly judging the way I look on camera, which I don't do anymore, right? I'm just used to seeing the screen in front of me. But in the beginning, I had to turn it off. I had to flip it to another screen. Yeah. Oh, Lindsay says, I found you on TikTok and loved how different you felt. Oh, thank you. To watch rather than others promoting blogging. Thank you. I wasn't even sure how my TikToks were going. So thank you. That's really nice to hear. I was like, am I doing it right? Well, I'm just going to do what I do on camera in short form and see how it goes. Hi, Melissa. Good morning. Jessica says, I really rarely wear makeup. Yeah, and it's not about the makeup, right? If you love makeup and that lights you up and that is going to make you feel confident, right, before you get on camera, go for it. If doing your hair or putting on a different outfit is going to give you that little boost, go for it, right? But for me, it was the opposite because it kind of felt like getting back into my 9-to-5 monkey suit, right? Like I would stuff myself into like a pencil skirt and tights and little heels. I hate heels. And yeah, and I don't know. It just wasn't me. It wasn't me. So it felt like turning myself into somebody else so I could go on camera, which just did not work out. Obviously, here I am in a t-shirt that I am, speaking of getting distracted by yourself on camera, realizing it has holes in it. This is my 90 t-shirt, you guys. Don't judge me. Paulette says, I do stories every day in my PJs, gym clothes, in the gym. Hardly ever wear makeup on camera anymore. Yeah. And I stopped using filters. In my beginning TikToks, I used beauty filters. Again, if it makes you feel good, do it. It made me feel better to turn them off somehow. I don't know if that makes sense. Crystal says, oh, hot tip from Crystal. Crystal, hi. Where have you been all week? I've missed you. I've done all these lives and I'm like, where's Crystal? She said you can try talking with people on Zoom calls to get yourself used to seeing yourself on screen and talking on camera. Yeah, that's a really great idea. It's such a great idea, Crystal. Yeah. Get yourself used to seeing yourself on screen and talking into the microphone and seeing yourself on camera, all of those things, right? And all of us kind of got a little jump start with that this year with the Zoom calls, right? I hope I lost the comments. There we go. Amy said, my only other tip would be to try to do a couple videos in a row, unless they're live. When I batch content, I find that I get warmed up after the first one or two. Yeah, that's a really great tip. Like if they're shorter videos and you have the time, that's a really great tip. Yeah, once you get warmed up, maybe capitalize on that, baby. You guys want to know how I got used to it? I mean, a lot of you were here for this, but I did 25 live streams back to back, kind of. So I did the 25 lives. So I did a live stream Monday through Friday for 5 weeks. And by the end of it, I certainly was not scared of video anymore. I used to use an outline. I think I used an outline for all of those. Just because I had things I wanted to say. And everyone had a subject, right? So I wasn't just getting on there live. It followed my blog post checklist, my 25-point blog post checklist, and I did a live for every point on the checklist. So I had a topic, which helped. And then I created an outline for each one. And I don't do that anymore. Sometimes if I am talking on something like I'm showing you guys how to do something and I know that there is like a website I want to pull up and show you guys, sometimes I will keep notes so I don't forget to show you something, because I will. I'll go off leash and I won't come back. But I ditched the outline, which actually helped me a lot. It helped me a lot. Amy says sticky note over the face helps. That's a good idea. Sticky face or sticky face. A sticky note. That's a good idea rather than flipping to a different screen or something. Yeah. Maybe you could like print out a picture of something that makes you feel super confident and stick that over it. What do we think about that? So like I accidentally just shared a screen with you guys. This painting lights me up inside, like makes me feel super confident, like a superwoman, like I can do anything. This is called Dancing in Red by Alita Field. She's a local artist. Like maybe if you find your thing that makes you feel super confident and lit up inside, like you can do anything, maybe you can stick that bad boy over your face. So you're staring at something the whole time that makes you feel really, really good. Right? Love it. Paulette says, in my course, I teach people how to live in their flow state. Hey, our girl Paulette already has something for us. Paulette says, Paris filter on IG takes my facial hair away. Really? I feel you. You know how pissed I get when I can't find my chin hair pulling tweezers? I check for chin hairs like in the morning and somehow they're there in the afternoon. I don't know what it is. Second puberty. That's what Crystal called it. Oh, okay. Crystal says, I'm still taking a break from social media mostly. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I've missed you. Just throwing it out there. Catching up. Ooh, that's a good idea. Crystal says, or you can print out a picture of a photo of a friend so you're talking directly to them. Yeah, maybe a picture of your bestie. That'd be handy. That'd be super handy. Any other questions? Questions, please. So the original question that I was talking on was Tamisha's for the latecomers. So she was saying that she's in a super saturated niche and it kind of stops her in her tracks, like the inner critic, the imposter syndrome. Nobody is you. Nobody can say what you have to say the way you got to say it. And in the beginning, my writing sounded like everybody else's too. My writing sounded very research papery. I wrote a lot to develop my blog writing voice. I had a writing voice for other stuff, but it had also atrophied from years of non-use, right? So it takes a lot of practice and just keep going, right? Your message is important. And Tamisha, like making people feel good and comfortable in their own bodies, the ones they were naturally given, so important. So important. Good. I'm glad that helped, Lindsay. Yeah. Practice. You guys are welcome to go live in this group if you want to. Would that help you if you went live in this group? It's okay with me. Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you, Amy. I forget things. This is why I write stuff down. Post-it note time. And mine are lined because does anybody else have this problem? I cannot for the life of me write a straight line without a line. Does anybody else have that problem? I don't know what it is. I know people who can just write perfectly straight with no lines. And I'm like, what is that? Amy says we need a thread for the blog post we wrote together the other day, unless I'm the only one who did it. I want to see them all. Yeah, I'll open up the thread. You don't know. Okay, Lindsay says, F, I just die, plus I don't know how. Are you talking about going live? I can teach you. It's really easy. It's like pushing some buttons. Or are we talking about writing straight? I'm confused. Okay. I'm writing a note to myself. So thread for the Write with Kelly. And the Write with Kelly replay is still up if you guys want to see it. You can still get the workbook. It's free. Kelly posts. And then I also need to put up a post where we name this bad boy or girl or non-gender specific, whatever. And there was something else that I was going to put up a thread for. I don't remember. Okay, that's going to be our mascot. So mascot naming thread. Yeah, going live. Okay, let's talk about going live. Let's talk about like how to actually do it, how to do the thing. So here we are in the Badass Bloggers Facebook group. And you guys, my group is tiny. My group is 315 members in comparison to billions of other groups out there. It is microscopic. This is a nice, small, safe place to practice going live if you need to. I curate this group. I heavily moderate it. If anybody's an asshole, they get kicked out. So we have a nice supportive community here. This is a safe space for you always. But okay, so if you actually want to go live, so this is on desktop. So it'll look a little different on mobile, but it pretty much looks the same. You just click on live video. And then where you're going to go live next. I wonder if it'll let me since I'm already using my camera. Probably not. Oh, whoa, we're going to break the internet. So you just set up your live stream this way. So just keep clicking next until it lets you go live. And then you go live. It's a similar process on your mobile phone. It can be a little bit easier and less intimidating on your mobile phone, right? Because, okay, this is weird. Because we're used to that, right? We're used to FaceTiming or whatever. Going live on your live. I know. Inception. Yeah, you're used to FaceTiming or whatever, right? We're kind of used to taking selfies. It can be a little less intimidating on your mobile phone. So maybe start there. I'm okay with that. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you guys just want to practice talking about your thing, go for it. Like this community is here to help you build your blogging empire, and practicing talking about your thing will help you build your blogging empire, right? Maybe you just need to practice your elevator pitch, whatever it is, or pick anything, right? It could be anything. And you just practice going live on camera and talking about it. Like, I mean, it could be whatever you can just talk about naturally, right? Could be anything. Could be your cat. You can talk about your cat if you want. Or dog. Or non-gender specific giraffe, llama, brachiosaurus combo. You're so welcome, Lindsay. My sister's name is Lindsay. Oh, now you guys. Okay, do we have any other questions? Thank you guys so much for being here and asking awesome questions all the time. I really love it. This is like one of my favorite things. I always look forward to my Thursday mornings. I get all excited and get the zoomies. I run around the house. I got my coffee this morning. Hi. I actually walked down to a little local coffee shop and got it. It's special when you don't make it yourself. Okay, friends, don't forget, today is the last day to get in on the exclusive beta round of Blog Post Rocket Boost. Come write 30 blog posts with me. I'm going to give you 30 blog post blueprints. You're going to get a video for each blog post. And then each blog post, I am going to challenge you to up your blog post writing skill just a little bit, so it's not overwhelming. We're going to do it post by post. 30 blog posts is a lot. So if you're thinking, wow, that sounds like a lot, you're right. That is a lot. That is why you get to choose your playbook. So I'm going to give 30, 60, and 90-day playbooks. You decide how long you want 30 blog posts to take you. And then you get me to come along with you on your journey. I'm super excited. This is the beta round. So one, that means it's over 50% off. And two, I'm still building it. I'm really excited. I'm going to start tomorrow because doors close at midnight tonight. So I am super stoked. I'm getting up even earlier than usual tomorrow because I just want to start working on it. And all course materials will be dropped on August 2nd. Thank you to all you beautiful souls who have already gotten in on the beta round. I'm super stoked. I've got you all behind me. Y'all have plants named after you now. Join me for the beta round. It's going to be bitchin'. And it's not a super intense beta round in that you have to give me lots of heavy feedback. I am going to open up a private Facebook group for you guys in the beta round. So if you need help, you can reach out to me in there, right? And it doesn't kind of get lost in the rest of Facebook land. But really the massive feedback I'm looking for is going to be at the end in the form of a short survey. And that's it. So it's not going to, aside, because the 30 blog posts is a time commitment enough, right? I don't want to overwhelm you guys. That would defeat the purpose. Ellie says, could you talk a bit about what's inside the No Sweat blog post SEO in your new course? I enjoyed the Write with Kelly training this week. Good. I'm glad you liked it. Yes. So SEO has a bad rep. And I don't think it's deserved. So I think that it's super scary, like unlearnable reputation comes from it just being so different from anything we've ever done before we enter the blogging world, right? Before I entered the blogging world, I had no idea what search engine optimization meant. I am 100% positive I had never even heard that term before. So it's kind of scary, right? It's like somebody telling you, hey, in order to be successful in this new career that you just accepted a job in, you need to learn how to speak Swahili, and you need to do it now. And I'm only going to kind of teach you how to do it. I think that's why SEO is so scary. And I don't think it needs to be that way. So we're going to talk about SEO as it pertains to blog posts. So on page SEO, we're going to break it down into little chunks and work it into each blog post. So we're SEOing our blog post correctly. And it doesn't have to be a big deal. That's the thing about it. It doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be a big deal. We're just going to break it down into nice little chunks. Pretty soon, after breaking it down into nice little chunks, every time you write a blog post, after 30 blog posts, you're just going to start to do this stuff. It's not going to be this big, scary SEO thing anymore. It's going to be no sweat. That's the idea. Speaking from experience here, SEO used to scare the shit out of me. It did. I was like, I don't know Swahili. Are you joking? Right? That's what it was like learning a new language. And honestly, writing blog posts in and of itself was such a huge hurdle to learn how to do it correctly. The thought of doing even just one more thing before I pushed publish totally overwhelmed me, and it kind of pissed me off. I was like, wait, that's not it. I don't just show up and write. And I think it was super overwhelming because I was trying to do everything all at once instead of taking it in these short, sweet little incremental chunks, which is what I will help you do in the Blog Post Rocket Boost program, right? No sweat SEO. And truly, once you do it over and over and over, pretty soon, it will just be something you do, right? It will just be second nature. You won't have to think about it every time and convince yourself to do it every time, talk yourself into it. It's just the next step in the process, right? It's like learning any other new skill. And then pretty soon when you're on autopilot, you don't have to burn those brain calories talking yourself into it or figuring out how to do it, remembering how to do it. For a long time, I did have to sort of retrain myself how to do the blog post SEO every time I did it. Well, one, I didn't have a list. And two, it was just so new to me, right? And it doesn't have to be stressful. It can be no sweat that is available to you. We can decide that SEO is a language we are going to learn. And really, I think on-page SEO, so the stuff you do to your blog post, is some of the easier SEO. I do think that. I am going to go over in the course, we are going to talk about keyword research, keywording your blog posts, topic research as well. That has a lot to do with SEO, but it doesn't have to be this big, scary thing. It can be fun. Anything can be fun with Kelly. Thank you for the question, Ellie. And I like that your name rhymes with mine. Ellie and Kelly, gonna crush the SEO. That's our theme song. Paulette says brain calories. Love it. You're so welcome. You're so welcome, Ellie. Yeah, anything that can sort of circumvent that burning of the calories for your brain is going to be what your brain defaults to, right? Because our brains are focused on burning as few calories as possible to get from point A to point B. That's just the way they work for survival, right? I'm sorry, but allergies are terrible. I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, brain calories. So anytime we can reinforce a habit, so we're turning something we're learning into a habit, that circumvents the brain having to figure it out and burn calories to get there, right? So if we can turn blog post SEO into a habit instead of something that we have to remember to do, learn how to do, look up the steps how to do again, it's going to be that much easier. And the way you do that, the way you turn it into a habit, is by doing it every time you write a blog post, right? But it doesn't have to be hard. It can be these little baby steps like Bill Murray in What About Bob? Oh, you guys. I'm really excited. Yay. I'm so excited to have you all in this beta round. I can't wait to get going. And after I build the course, I haven't said this yet, but I am, of course, starting a new niche site. I've already purchased the domain. I'm really excited about it. Actually, after I build the course, I am actually going to use the course myself to write my first 30 blog posts for my new niche site. So not only am I going to be the teacher, but I am going to be the student. Yeah, I love that movie too, Amy. It's so funny. I watched it again for the first time in 7 years the other day. We're talking about What About Bob? And I just could not believe how funny it was. Like, why am I not watching this all the time? Amy wants to know what my niche is. It's a secret, not because I think anybody's going to take it, but because I'm just not ready to show it to the world yet. And can we talk about how baby steps to the car? That's right. Can we talk about how secretive everyone is around their niche sites? I don't know. Can we talk about that? I mean, I get it, but also I kind of feel like going through life feeling like everybody's out to steal your shit is like a really nerve-wracking way to live. Am I right? Can we talk about this? I don't know. Should I be more protective of my niche sites? I don't know. I'm just not ready to show it to you guys yet. How am I not aware of this, Crystal? I don't know, because I just haven't told anybody about it, but I actually think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to start a TikTok to go along with it. So that's when you guys will see it, when I start doing the TikToks to go along with it. And I don't know, I just think I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. That's right. That's what I'm saying, Amy. People steal your shit anyway. Like, it's not that hard to figure out what somebody's website is. People steal your shit anyway. Yeah, and I don't know. I just don't think we should be so secretive. So here's where I see it going sideways in blogging groups is when somebody's asking for help, but they can't provide the information they need to provide to get the help that they're asking for because they're so secretive and protective of their niche. And if that's the case, maybe ask for help in a more private setting. And it's like you're shooting yourself in the foot, right? Yeah, I'm excited to show you guys my niche site. Paulette says nobody has new shit. They're all regurgitated old stuff. Like, there's only so many ways to write a pound cake recipe. I could really go for some pound cake right now. Y'all, I am totally the type of person that would eat pound cake and strawberries and whipped cream for breakfast. Just so you know that about me. I'm that person. Okay. Amy says somebody stole my webinar. I watched it the other day laughing. Then I found them on my email list and signed up for my webinar 6 months ago. And you know what? I bet they did a really bad job, because when you when you steal somebody's shit, like, karma's real, right? One way or another, that is going to come back to bite you in the booty. That's right. That's what I'm saying, Melissa. No one can steal your niche because no one can do it like you. That's right. Well, and it's like, are we really stealing each other's niches? I don't think so. I think what people worry about, like, how can you steal a niche, right? How can you steal an idea, a topic? But I think what people really worry about is when they go look at your blog and because you've already done all the hard, well, maybe not hard, but you've put the hours in doing the keyword research, right? And you have like this super sweet set of topic clusters that have worked really well for you, right? And they just copy those. But again, karma. First of all, karma. All right. I'm sorry. I'm like super anal retentive about coasters, and my coffee is currently condensating onto my desk, and I cannot not address it right now. So yeah, first of all, karma, right? It will get them. Second of all, that lack of authenticity is going to come through, right? You're stealing somebody else's shit. Like, I just, yeah, I don't know. I am all for looking at what people, so taking people you admire for their success or whatever reason, looking at what they're doing and deciding how you can do something similar in your business. I am all about that, right? We learn from the success and failures of others, right? But you always got to make it your own, right? And I think that that's where the copycats miss the beat, because they're looking for a shortcut. There's no shortcuts in blogging. Sorry. And like Melissa said, no one is like you, right? So somebody might look at your stuff and be like, I'm just going to copy this. Well, nobody can say it exactly the way you say it. Okay, I've lost track of the comments. Lindsay says, my niche is helping new moms, but in a non-bullshit way. I love it. I really don't like the sanctum mommies, so my aim is to be the complete opposite. Okay, you guys, do you know my first blog? Okay, if you guys have toddlers around, cover their ears. My first blog was about meditation and mindfulness, and it was called Unfuck Your Shit. It was unfuckyourshit.com. And that was my idea too. Like, I wanted to be able to bring meditation and mindfulness to people who like swear and spit and spit like a man, right? Meditation and mindfulness is so powerful, and I felt like there was a really underserved portion of the population that would benefit from this, but it was also clean cut that it just repelled them. I'm that population. Yeah, so it was actually unfck.com, and I still have the domain, but I don't think it's not up. And again, that shows you how little I knew as a new blogger. Like, I would never name a domain something with words that were that hard to spell and figure out now. Anyway, the point is, Lindsay, I think that you are really onto something, right? New moms need support and help no matter what sort of person they are. And sometimes the new mom rhetoric that is all very sweet and Martha Stewart-y, nothing against that. No hate on those people at all. But it doesn't speak to everybody. So there's an underserved population there that likes to swear and drink or smoke weed or whatever the thing is, right? The counterculture part of it. They're moms too, and they're good people too, and they need help too, right? That is an underserved population. Okay, I'm behind in the comments, so I'm just gonna Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, you're so brave typing that in without knowing the spelling. Yeah, that could have been anything. 100%. Oh, never mind. I was going to tell a story, but that one's too far. That's too far. Lindsay says it's the ones who show perfect homes, perfect lives, perfect marriages, and perfect children. I can't relate to that shit. No, me neither. And I think most people can't, right? And I do think it's kind of like Instagram versus TikTok, right? TikTok, it's like everybody's crazy aunt, which is me, by the way. TikTok is everybody's crazy aunt. It's a lot more fun to be around. Their house is kind of messy. And Instagram is like the super buttoned up aunt that's maybe not the favorite. Makes you feel kind of bad when you're around them. I don't know. Is that just my experience on Instagram? Anytime I scroll through Instagram, I'm like, suddenly I'm feeling bad about myself and I don't know why. Oh, yeah, 100%. Amy says, except Chip and Joanna, everyone loves them. Yeah, I love them. First of all, HGTV is my jam. Love it. Well, and the reason they're so lovable, and I don't know, maybe this is all an act, but they come off as super authentic, super down to earth, right? And somehow relatable, even though they really do appear to have this super sweet, loving relationship where they just like are gaga over each other. No, I love Chip and Joanna, and they do such a good job. Although, can I just say an unpopular opinion? I'm not crazy about shiplap. Sorry. Sorry, and I cannot stand country chic. Again, no shade on anybody. Not my bag. Don't get me started. Paulette says you have complete control of your feed on IG. Unfollow people. Then that's a great point too. Like if my IG feed is making me suddenly feel bad about myself and I don't know why, like why not just take control of it, right? That's a great point too, right? You can't control what other people do. Oh, Paulette says not everyone loves them. Oh, really? Oh, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. They're so cute. And they just do such a good job. The transformations, they're so cute. Yep, I just went there, Amy. I don't love shiplap. I think it's overrated. And or was it the country cottage or the country chic? Which comment was it? I love, love, love HGTV. I could watch it all day, every day, if given the opportunity. What could you guys watch all day, every day? This is fun. I don't want to go to my day job. This shiplap. Okay. What could you guys watch all day, every day? Tell me. Did you guys watch the one where they were on HGTV? God, what was it called? Something about a chateau. It was an English couple from the UK that purchased a chateau in the French countryside, and they were like renovating it, and it was amazing. I couldn't stop watching it, but of course I can't remember the name. Because that's how Kelly does. Paulette says I'm on team Ben and Aaron. Hometown. Amy says hometown. Okay. I had a hard time giving a hometown a chance. I did. I don't know what it was. Now we're just hanging out. I'm not even living about anything anymore. I'm just hanging out with you guys. Okay. I'll love it. Okay. I don't know. I just couldn't warm up to it. I was dipping my toes in the hometown water, and maybe I just wanted it. Maybe my expectations were too high. I just wanted it to be something it wasn't. Paulette, you are so funny. Paulette's always cracking me up. Erin looks like she'd cut someone if she pushed too hard. Ben loves her so much he'd bury the body. Poor Ben is the faithful Labrador, burying bodies. All right, friends, I'm going to go to the day job. I love y'all so much. This was a blast. And if you need anything, tag me in the group. If you want to go live in the group, go live in the group. Maybe we'll have like a day. Would that help? Would it help if I gave you guys some sort of structure? Like if I didn't just say, hey, feel free to go live in the group. Like what if I gave you guys some sort of structure? Like this is the day to do it, or like a 2-day time span, and then the challenge was to go live for at least 2 minutes, and I could give you a list of topics, or maybe we could just say any topic that you can talk about, or maybe you could just like read something, although reading isn't great. I don't know. What do you guys think? Go live day, like Rex Manning day. Paulette? Paulette just threw out an obscure early 90s movie reference, and I am here for it. Yes! Empire Records, baby. Best movie. Love it. Rex Manning Day. We're going to call it Rex Manning Day. I don't even care. You're welcome. Love you, Melissa. So glad you're here. Empire Records. Yep. Okay. Here we go. We're all here for Empire Records. Okay. Rex Manning Day it is. I'll set something up. Oh, it's going on the Post-it note. It's going on the Post-it note. Rex Manning Day. If anybody out there doesn't know what we're talking about, your very first assignment is to go watch Empire Records. That's all I got to say about that. All right, friends, love you so much. Got to go to the day job. If you need me, drop something in the group. I will talk to you soon. And don't forget, Blog Post Rocket Boost Beta program closes at midnight tonight. Link is in the description. Love ya. Bye.